Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie for those who don't know me. I thought they were dropping 3 episodes. It actually was 4 episodes. So I thought we were gonna be done with this video. So I'm gonna try my best to get the next one out probably in the morning. I think I'll have time. So thank you for being patient so far. As you know, we are reviewing The Circle Season 6. This is episodes 10 and 11. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. So in the last episode, we were left on a cliffhanger with the whole ranking situation. However, the episode starts with Lauren, who wants to have a conversation with QT. And I'm here thinking, I don't think Lauren fully understands this whole ride or die thing.
I'm really nervous because I feel bad saying those things about Autumn in the game.
I agree. I haven't talked to her, so I don't know where she stands.
She seems understanding, and I think the girlies should support one another.
Me and Olivia have had some great chats, and we both love you.
That was so nice. I definitely also want to say I love Olivia too.
I had to give you what you always give me. Hashtag nothing.
It's not that she trashed Autumn, but she didn't uplift her either. So I'm thinking Lauren has an amazing disposition. It's so good to want to be friends with everyone, to want to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. But in a game, it's hurting her because she's trying to play this middle ground, so much so that she's hurting people who are supposed to be in her own corner and whose fate is tied to her own. Autumn and Jordan have a check-in as the newbies, which is great for Autumn because she is in need of some allies.
You already know I've had your back in the ratings.
I felt like Olivia, QT, and Miles made such harsh assumptions. I feel like Miles is using his good looks to manipulate me. This is a complete lie that I've made up about Miles, and I hope Autumn buys it.
Is Miles getting flirty with Jordan then?
He's just a smooth talker, and I'm trying to see through it.
This is not the first time that Jordan has brought up Miles flirting with him. And it's not just the fact that he's flirting, it's in a manipulative way. Some of you guys in the comments have expressed having an issue with Jordan doing that. At first I can see the issue in it, but at first it didn't resonate with me until you guys said that it was a problem. And yeah, now that I think about it, yeah, it's problematic. It kind of is. Jordan, just as a player in general, I don't understand the vitriol he has for Miles. I truly don't get it. And it makes me question, how far are you willing to go for this game? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not getting back to Miles, and it doesn't seem like it's like this rumor is so detrimental to Miles' character, but like, how far are you willing to go, sir? Like, I don't know. You guys know that guy from Survivor? This was like years ago. The guy who was in cahoots with his family to say that one of his family members had passed away, and so everybody had so much sympathy for him, and he really like ran this into the ground. And then come reunion time, everybody finds out that was a farce to win the game. I mean, it worked, but still, like, how far are you really gonna go? That's the question that I have for Jordan. I wonder how Miles feels about it. He might feel the same way as you guys, thinking that it's very problematic for him to do that. He might not. Miles, if you want to come and tell us, the stage is yours. So The Circle plays a game called Oh, We're Going There, and people send in anonymous questions to a randomly selected player in the game, and the person who the question is directed to has to answer it publicly, so everybody knows it's them. I'm only gonna call out the important ones to me. Lauren asks Jordan who he's most threatened by, and he says Lauren just to throw off the scent. He obviously thinks it's Miles. Olivia asks Kyle who his strongest alliance is, and he doesn't give a name, but he basically says those who know. Jordan asks Miles how he feels about having the circle wrapped around his fingers, and Miles says he actually feels insecure about his position in the game, and he's just trying to play it as authentically as possible, which is the truth, which literally is the truth. But Jordan, child, I don't know what the beef is for real. Miles actually doesn't suspect that Jordan is the one who said that. So Jordan, though I have questions about his game, he's doing a good job when it comes to managing Miles up until this point. Kyle asks Lauren why all her alliance members are home And she acts oblivious to the whole thing. Autumn asks QT who she'd cut for the money, and QT basically says, I'm aligned with players, and game recognizes game. So the Tres Fuegos, it's so weird to say it without an accent. The Tres Fuegos. So the Tres Fuegos want to have a group chat finally so that they can get their game plan in order.
Is there anyone you guys are feeling really threatened by? I don't got bad blood, but don't got connections with Lauren, yes, and Autumn. She will play nice in your face and take you out.
Kyle, we hear you. We all put Lauren last in our next ratings.
Message, I'm glad we all agree on our next 2 targets.
I wonder why we haven't seen more conversations like this, because I highly doubt this is the first time an alliance has come together to decide how they're gonna vote. There's no way. But maybe there is a way, because like I said in the last video, people are not understanding the point of this game. Like, some people think it's a dating show. Some other people think like, oh, we're just all hanging out for 2 weeks. Like, no, you're supposed to manipulate your way to the top. And by doing that, you create an alliance and you make sure that y'all vote the same direction so that your targets go out and y'all remain on top. Come on. So I'm glad we're having these conversations, or at least we're seeing them happen on camera. Jordan talks to Lauren and he says that he was manipulated into voting Lauren as his biggest threat.
Miles told me I couldn't trust you, and it didn't make sense to me. I don't think I've done anything to show that you can't trust me. I'm sure it's a miscommunication. Do you know what I did that hurt Miles?
I don't think it was a miscommunication. Miles is controlling everyone.
It's not about control for me. It's about being friends with people.
You know, Lauren is, she's just, I don't like her as a game player, but as a person, she just seems so endearing. And so I've kind of come around to her. In this conversation, Jordan is trying to pin Lauren against Miles, but then Lauren is here like, oh, maybe I should go mend that fence. How cute. Like, that was so, I don't know, that was really cute to me. But she does start to think about things, and she's realizing maybe Miles does have more influence in this game than I thought. And so I need to look at him more closely. The thing with Miles is I think he just genuinely connects with a lot of people. As far as him having his thumb on the game, QT has a better sense of what's going on for real in this game. And the sleeper is Olivia. Olivia is the sleeper because she might not be top ranked, but everybody's very fond of her. And in the end, people might want to not vote out the strategic players, the people who have been on the top in terms of rankings, but vote the person who they're most fond of. She's the sleeper. So if you're looking at anybody who's game to sync, Jordan, it would be QT and Olivia. We finally get to the ranking, but before that, we learn that the ride or die twist is over and that the secret influencer doesn't get to have their own vote. They actually vote with the influencer. They just don't know, the rest of the circle just doesn't know who the secret influencer was. So the results of the ratings is that Autumn is in 7th place, Jordan is in 6th, Kyle is in 5th, Lauren is in 4th, Miles is 3rd, Olivia is 2nd, and QT is 1st, which means that her ex-ride or die, Jordan, is also an influencer. The way I wanted to chuck my phone at my TV, I was so upset. I'm just like, oh, we're giving this guy some power. Be so for real. Then my girl did the unthinkable. I didn't think you could do this. She said, forget you. I'm the influencer here. I'm gonna do what I wanna do.
If I can get her to take out Miles, that would be bliss. How do you really feel about Miles? I'm about to make something up.
Jordan, what are you talking about?
Miles is controlling this entire game.
I did not think Jordan was going to try to get me to target Miles.
You really think Miles would protect you over his boy Kyle?
By him pushing so much, he's kind of just making things worse for himself.
Corey Tyler has left the chat.
That was really tough, but we came to a decision.
Sure we did.
Jordan was so hell-bent on coming for QT's alliance members. I'm thinking to myself, this is the dumbest, like, what? It doesn't make sense. Why the hell would QT sacrifice her game for you? And she's having this realization that she's probably not going to win the game anyways, but to just hand the game to Jordan is even dumber than at least giving yourself a fighting chance. So this girl says, you know what, forget it. I'm going to block you out the chat and I'm going to make the decision. I audibly gasped. Audibly. I was, that was dope. I don't know if anybody's done it before. I don't remember seeing it in UK. I don't remember seeing it in US. It was a power move and I loved it. So ultimately, she decided to vote out Autumn, which Jordan was very pissed about. And then Autumn decided to go meet Jordan after she was blocked.
I made you a lasso. We were deadlocked. I was not letting you go. I knew she was a threat to win, but I've been forced to work with her.
You were literally the only person I had trust in, I'll be honest.
Wild.
I don't want any of them to win, other than you.
I ain't got nothing to say about these two. Honestly, Autumn, on your way out, you could take Jordan with you. Like, y'all could both go. Sucks to be Autumn because she just never got her footing in the game, but that's just the risk of coming in late. Like, it just is what it is. And I do think she could have rectified the situation by not leading so much with emotions. Okay, the people chose you as a target. Cool. Try to mend those fences. Paul kind of did it in the beginning. And people don't like when I praise certain people who haven't been good game players, but you could not be a good game player and still make a good move. Paul learned from his poor gameplay and then pivoted to align with people who could potentially carry him further on in the game. That's what you gotta do. And with Autumn, I wish that she would have done that. Like, you were just so stuck on, you've hurt me, so now you need to apologize. You need to make it right. Girl, forget that. Bump that. Work it out. Jordan has the same issue. Jordan is so upset with Miles. Forget that. Connect with people who can actually help you in this game. Because fighting for Miles to get out is clearly not working. Not me so heated like I'm in the game myself. Oh my gosh, I love strategy games. Like, I love them so much. So in Autumn's Good Night message, she tried to call out the wolves. Lauren grouped herself in the group of wolves. She was like, I just made one mistake, girl. She ain't talking about you. She ain't talking about you. But anyways, in the circle chat, Jordan, he was not afraid to stomp on QT's neck.
Congrats, QT, on winning the circle. Hashtag backstab.
Oh, so we're going there.
I don't think that's fair, Jordan, exclamation point. It could have been any of us making that hard decision.
Is there anyone else you want to add to your target list? Hashtag you seem upset.
I would have sent home QT or Miles, put in all caps. They are controlling this game.
Yo, that's a shot fired. That's fucked up. Yo, take my name out of your mouth.
Take my name out of your mouth before I do something about it. What you gonna do, Miles?
This is where I have to give Jordan his props. If you're gonna say you're tired of people just, sorry, for lack of a better term, pussyfooting in the game, charge it up, stir the pot, like really get things going. And Jordan did exactly that. I was impressed. I didn't think he had the cojones to do it because he's always talking about, oh, everybody's just playing an easy game. So you play the hard game. And then he did. And I said, oh, okay, true. I respect it. I didn't think that the circle would, like the players, would have QT's back the way that they did in the circle chat. I don't know. I thought by this point you might not want to stick out your neck too far for people. Like, we're really close in the end, and if they see that you're clearly aligned with somebody, they're probably going to try to cut your alliance. But a lot of people came to her defense. But then they're also looking at her to see, like, no, she really is highly ranked. And so is Miles, because Jordan threw out Miles in there too. Like, Miles is well connected. QT is highly ranked. That's a power duo, and you're gonna want to infiltrate that. Miles is now feeling betrayed by Jordan, so he wants to have a conversation with Olivia since their stint as Ride or Dies actually bonded them.
This might be the first message I've sent not started in a joking tone.
I'm glad Miles isn't making a joke, honestly. I want to tell him that he can trust me. I feel blindsided and played like a fool.
Do you think Lauren has anything against me?
Okay. We both talked about how we think we couldn't trust you.
Liv was up front. I respect that she said, we both talked about how we couldn't trust you.
I've realized that it's very easy to disarm Olivia. Like at first I was giving people props when they talk to Olivia and they sway her opinion on things, but I'm like, no, it's actually not that hard to do. It's not that hard to do. So Olivia actually opened up about wanting to come for Miles earlier and is like, hey, my bad, that was a misstep. And furthermore, how about we align with each other? She doesn't know about the Tres Fuegos, what's it called? Tres Fuegos? Sure. The Tres Fuegos. But she's like, hey, what about a foursome? Girl. I mean, hey, it works out. It works out in everybody's favor. But I'm thinking to myself, Olivia, you've got to have a game for yourself. Like, Olivia in that 4 is absolutely going to be the first cut. But, hey, it works for the people who are rooting for her, so fine. When I actually think about things, up until this point, I was thinking Brandon, playing as Olivia, could absolutely win the game. Because like I said, Tres Fuegos is going to take each other to the end, right? They're going to vote for each other up until this point. But now when you're thinking of the money, when you're thinking of the win, you're not going to keep voting in favor of the people who have consistently been voted at the top. You're going to try to boost up your rankings and maybe vote somebody like Olivia higher than you normally would. And then Olivia's just going to find herself winning the game. So, you know what, Brandon? I take it back. It was a good decision to side with these people. It was. I think it was. Jordan is still on his campaign to get Miles out of the game, and so he talks to Kyle in an attempt to get him to turn on his alliance.
Jordan, I don't think I want to talk to you. Yes, I have an alliance with QT and Miles, but I'll hear you out.
There are 2 strong pairs, Lauren and Olivia, and Miles and QT. I can rate you in first, but you have to rate me high tonight.
Like, I actually did feel that. Lauren is with Olivia. Miles is with Corey. I guess it wouldn't eat me alive that much. No, I'm capping. Let me chill.
I think Jordan had a very good pitch. Jordan is saying there are 2 very strong duos in here. And even though you feel like you're close with all these people, they have their ride or die person who they're going to vote before they vote for you. You need your own person. Here I am. Now, where he lost me is, number 1, the paragraph was super long. And he was basically saying, you have to vote me high so that you have me as a number. And I'm thinking, I don't know. I think it might be a little heavy-handed. Jordan might be a little heavy-handed with his strategy there. But it was a good pitch. The pitch made sense. And even Kyle was starting to think, like, I am definitely right in the middle. And I don't have that person who's going to rank me high. We saw it in the last rankings. The reason why he was right in the middle was because everybody had their person who they had to vote high to make sure that they were an influencer. So he just sat in the middle. At the end, you don't want to sit in the middle. You want to sit at the top. I don't know what benefit it would be to have Jordan as your number 1 while simultaneously cutting off your other ties because it's just Jordan. At least with Olivia and Lauren, there's 2 there. With Kyle, what's his name? With Miles and QT, there's 2 there. Miles is just 1. And Miles isn't bringing anybody. I don't think Miles has the capability of bringing anybody into the fold. The circle plays a game called Thank You Bestie, where everybody got to send 1 gift to their bestie. And we find out that QT got 1 gift, Kyle got 2 gifts, and Olivia got 3.
Good for her. This makes her look like a threat.
Miles, why are you getting other girls gifts?
This just doesn't feel right. Honestly, I'm a target at this point.
This is what I was talking about. Up until this point, Olivia was actually sitting pretty. People knew she was the nice person, but it wasn't like this big thing of like, wow, Olivia is just so nice, we might need to get her out. There were bigger targets to go after up until this point. Seeing that Olivia is getting a lot of love. A lot of love. And even if you didn't send Olivia a gift, you do acknowledge that she is a very nice person and you are very fond of her. Seeing it actually represented in real life is like, oh, this is a danger. And even Brandon is realizing Olivia's in trouble. Being friends with everyone kind of means no loyalty to anyone in this game. Olivia is being caught with that same trend going on. So I don't know how Brandon Olivia is gonna pivot. I don't know. We will see. Like I said, loving the strategy this season. Definitely the kind of circle that I want to watch. And to the people who haven't seen the UK one and you appreciate the strategy of the circle, watch UK. I'm telling you, they lean way more into the strategy than the US does. And you can watch the celebrity one too. I'm trying to remember who was on there. Lady Leisure, I remember, was for sure on there. Oh, dang, I'm drawing a blank. I can see people's faces, but I forget their names. But yeah, UK and celebrity, good renditions of the show to watch, just saying. So, as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.